this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create a budget item and submit it for approval. So first, after opening the toolkit, you'll navigate to the Finance Manager and click the Finance Manager. So after opening the Finance Manager, on the left hand side where we create and view the cash journal, and also we have tabs. So you navigate to this tab of create new item, which will give you two options: create new voucher and create new budget item or new budget item. So I'll click on new budget item. So once the new budget item is clicked, it will give you this window. In this window, you are told to choose FY. Remember, an FY starts from July and ends in June of the following year. Let's take, for instance, the current FY started in July 2018 and it will end this year, which is June 2019. So we are in FY 19. Once you have chosen, and it will highlight here, the current FY is FY 19. Now here we select the item. Let's say we have school fees, we have school uniform, we have caregiver empowerment trainings, we have hygiene. So you select the budget, the item according to, you select the account according to the budget item you have. So in this case, we are going to work with account 10, which is account for school fees and educational supplies. So I'll click account 10. And then the budget tag has not been activated yet, so this one will not be active right now, but this one we use to select the youth, if it's for youth or if it's for childhood. Now in the description, we describe the item I've selected is school fees. I'm budgeting for school fees for my children. So once I selected the FY19 here, it will automatically autofill in the financial year. Then in quantity, I have 50 students. Depending on the number you have, can be 100, can be 50, it can be 25. So you budget. For this case, I'm going to budget for my 50 students. In these 50 students, each student, I give them 5,000 per term. So in the unit cost, I'll put the 5,000, the unit cost for one person, which is 5,000. And then how often they need it for 3 terms. That is, in 1 year we have 3 terms. So in this particular case, I'll put how often to be 3 because they need it for 3 terms. And then the system will give you the total of the amount. Once it has given the total of the amount, another thing you need to come and look is about the monthly spread. As you can see, it has spread all over up to June. But you need to clear this spread so that you can divide this amount according to how you'll pay. So we'll come and clear this spread, and then we divide this amount by the number of how often. This means if we divide this amount and how often we need it, we'll need 250 for those 3 times that we'll need it. So for the school fees, I may need to pay, that is in September, I'll need to pay 250,000. I may also need to pay in January because this is also another term, 250,000. And the last one I'll pay in May, which I'll pay 250,000 Kenyan shillings. So once I've checked my spread and it's okay, another option is maybe you are having 750,000, but these students require a lot of fees, maybe when they are joining Form 1. What you can do is you can reduce this amount. You can reduce this amount. Let's say we use only 100,000 here and use another 100,000 here, but we need to maybe use 550 when they are joining Form 1. So we go to that month and add that amount. Let's say that here they need 550. But one thing to ensure is all this spread should tally with the amount that has been in the totals. That's when it will be able to submit. So you can distribute it the way you want, on how, depending on how often and the need of that amount in that particular month. And then in the notes is where you justify why you need this amount. For example, in this case, these students need these fees. So I'll say there is a need to facilitate there is a need to facilitate the children. There is a need to facilitate the children with fees so that they can stay in school post good results and complete secondary level of education. This justification should be based on the objective. You learn about the objectives, the objective for every domain. And remember, this being a cognitive domain, the objective is about complete at least primary level of education, secondary level education, tertiary, depending on the cognitive group these learners are in. So in this case, I'm paying for the secondary, and I need them at least to post good results, to stay in school and complete school. That is secondary. That's the justification you put. Once you have done with the justification and you have seen your spread is okay, you have viewed the account is okay, and the financial year is okay, now you will hit the create button. Okay, so when you create, it will post this record into the budget schedules. Now, once you have inputted all the items you want in the budget, you now come and view these items now for submission. So once you have done that, you just navigate to the left hand side and you see the budget icon. So the budget icon has budget summary and budget schedules. But here we want to see the schedules because whatever we have created has been posted into schedules. So I'll click the schedules. When you click on the schedules, it will open and tell you, first of all, you'll see the financial year. Here you can use the minus button to navigate, or the plus button to navigate through the financial years that you want. So in this case, we are in the current year, which has popped here as 19. And then we have this must submit button. So this must submit button will submit all the items you have created. But maybe you want to view them before you submit them. So what thing you do, you go account by account. So here we'll start with our item which you created, which was school fees. So like click account 10 and then click show. Once you click that, the account will open with all the budget items that has been created in that account. So for you, you'll find it, your item is on the last item into the schedule, because you created they follow the order of which they have been posted. So in this case, in here you'll find that after it has opened, it will have an action button, this one. So this action button, before it is submitted, it will give you an option of editing, it will give you an option of deleting, and it will give you an option of reinstating, and give you an option of editing the notes. So but once it has been submitted, you cannot edit. So just careful before you submit any item for approval. You check on this on the total cost, and you check on the spread. If it is correct, then you'll come and must submit. But if it's not correct, you'll have the option of editing that record from the action tab. Once you have done that and you have must submitted your item, you can go to another account, and you have checked it, you'll go to another account, and then you can also view. Once you have verified that all of them are right, then you'll click must submit, so it can submit. Alternatively, you can click on the action button and you'll find submit, so you can be submitting one item after you have verified them. Once you have submitted and the items have been approved, you'll see they have been posted into the budget summary, or you'll be able to see your budget summary or the budget at glance. So in this budget summary, it's very important. It's very important because it will show you how the money has been spread over the month. From here you can see in account 10 how we have spread the amount to account 75, that's in our revenue 100. So in this case, one thing you need to observe is when you are spreading your amount, you need to keep on checking with your budget summary. For example, in this case, when you are receiving, let's say your support is 500,000, you have to ensure that you budget with either positive 30,000 or negative 30,000. This will help you not to have a bigger variance while implementing the activities or lack funds to implement activities. Let's take for instance, in July, you know very well that you are going to receive 500,000, but you have budgeted with 800,000. You find that you will have a negative 200,000, which will cause harm on your budget. So you have to work within the amount that you receive all the months so that you can equalize that amount, that you don't have a bigger variance between the months. So that's all about the budgets, and then you can also print the budget summary using the print button.